Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn on the south side as the red French, we have BadBarley. Spawn on the north side as the orange Swedes, we have LVD VKG. I don't know why I have trouble saying that name. LVD, they all have the E sound to it. VKG, I don't know why, it's just a tongue twister for me. Trading post being built out here. Let's switch over players. Got the spam clicking. And I hear another click. For natives on the map, we do have the House of Fanar, which can give you access to the Creek Ever Zones, which are a skirmisher of high hit points. And the Boyars, which are a hand cavalry from Waleka. Additionally, there's also the Sacred Band Infantry, which are basically musketeers. So that if you want to go... If you're going to go for natives, it's best to get this early to get that big button cycling. It will pay for itself relatively quickly because let's just assume the cost of a musketeer is 100. The cost of a trading post is 200 if you use the auto build, or 150 if you build manually. Here's some gun firing. I don't know where it is. These guys go down. Here we go. You kill off those plague dogs and steal their journal. First edition. Hope that's the first edition if that's their journal. And he'll be killing off this gunman, and he'll be stealing his carrier pigeon. He's exhausted. Instead of nursing the carrier pigeon back to health, you're just going to straight up eat it. You monster. Oh, we do have a shipment now at the flying field. 1v Skirm Goon, so I'm assuming Skirmisher Goon, unless or is a counter-deck to Skirmisher Goon. We got Woodwood Coin, Hussars, Leather Cannon, Eisenman Ironworks, Dominions, Treaty of Rockslide, 2 Copper Mines, Wood Coin, Blackberries, Halkapeltis, Falconets, Ranged Cavalry Combat, Snaplock, Eschen Jaegers, Copper Mines, Trample Tactics, Thin Horses, Factory, and German mercenary contracts. So we also got some mercenary play as well. My apologies. For the French, we do have the Sweden deck. I guess that means to counter Sweden. We do got Carriers, Town Militia, Carriers, Woodwood Coin, Crossbowmen, Hussars, Wilderness Warfare, Wood Coin, Team Sangalis, Riflemen, Skirmishers, more Skirmishers, Cuirassiers, Dragoons, Falconets, Fort, Refrigeration, Cuirassiers, Heavy Cannons, Culverins, Factory. So it looks like it's going to be a Fast Fortress versus probably Fast Fortress as well. Due to the nature of this deck composition, we don't see like the early Halkapeltis card either.
Yeah.
We do see 12 villagers on wood, so maybe not necessarily Fast Fortress, but boom. Boon. Is it boom or boon? I always hear that word. I can never tell if it's boon, B-O-N, B-O-O-N, or B-O-O-M. Call it boom. Or economic explosion. Nobody's going for any fish because they can't get any chips to go along with their fish. More couriers being employed in the field. Got shipment couriers as well. Dominions and a chest of coin. Yeah, this is definitely be a Fast Fortress. He may be just relying on the, No, he does have 10 villagers on food right now, so he's not just relying on the small berry bushes to provide him food income, but does give him a good trickle. A trickle. Oh yeah, we also got him right next to Huntables and the cow being clicked on up. So this one is really spiking hard with the food income, while this one here, that's a bit more of the standard one. Though he could always pop this cow here. But he also is collecting up this nearby deer, so the food rate is actually greatly increased as it's hunting next to this torps. Now we got the torps migrating perhaps to this coin deposit here. The red scout may spot this out. Nope, he's putting 2 of the torps here, sending the other 2 maybe over here. I'm not sure where these torps are going. Is he sitting next to the wood? Either way, we do have now some musketeers, so it's not a fast fortress for the French. Trying for a bit of aggression. What's Orange's vision like? Not very well over there, so you assume there's a coin deposit. The coin deposit's right here for him. Musketeers will actually get out of his vision range. We also got a bit of chests of coin over here, rapidly being picked up by the corpse. Now we got age 3. The Swedish player is now aging up. The French player not aging up anytime soon. Just going for some aggression. The musketeers should just come over here and start torching this stuff down. Another round of musketeers takes out the explorer. Just torching out the torps can be very handy. Not only it forces the opponent to build up more torps, denies some income, and give you some experience. Just generally a good idea to torch the torps. And now do got a saloon here in a heretical for angle. Ashford's Book Club. That is somehow a really good name or a really bad name for a saloon. If I was ever going to open up a bar and give an old English style name, I would probably call it the Bloated Goat. The torp is getting torched. One torp is down. We got the marker here. He's of course H3. He's bringing in the Jaegers. This map may have automatically spawned Jaegers automatic, so and Jaegers are a very good skirmisher. 30 damage, 20 range, and an almost dead, a very dead explorer. Or at least he's not necessarily dead. He's just lying around on the ground, bleeding to death for the rest of eternity. We got some helicopters being employed on the field, as well as some hunting doggos and placard vines. Shipment coin as well. He may be using the shipment coin to finance more mercenaries. He sees the skirmishers, maybe got the idea of the French player to bring in some hussars. He has no stable in the field, but maybe a shipment of cuirassiers or... yeah, it's definitely better to go with the cuirassiers rather than go with the shipment of hussars. He has a decent amount of musketeers, which will be very useful, but be countered by the skirmishers. We also got some dragoons, so now he dealt, or not dragoons, the helicopters, or however you pronounce it, which of course a light infantry unit. They do have a bit of AoE with the weapon, but a little bit shorter range. And something I just realized as well, and while it does have less damage for infantry by 25% less, that will still actually match the damage output of a conquistador from the Jesuit allies. So those who like to pull out conquistadors to fight against infantry, the helicopters do offer the same fighting capability, barring the lesser range. Got a good number of musketeers here. Only the 5 Jaegers. We got a shipment of falconets and more Jaegers. So the musketeers right now will do decently well. French villager does eat those volleys there. Cuirassiers are severely outnumbered by these helicopters. The Musketeers need to actually focus down the Jaegers. They pose a bigger threat than Musketeers. If he takes out the Jaegers, he'd be just fine. All the Cuirassiers have gone down. Right now, the biggest problem, like I said, are those Jaegers. You can bring out a handful of skirmishers to deal with the Helcapeltes, and honestly, Musketeers are not bad against them as well. Very cost effective. These are veteran Musketeers that do 27 damage as opposed to 18 versus Musketeers. Sure, they have less health, but of course cost half the price and overall just a bit more substantial. So maybe Musketeer Falconet would be a good composition. Falconets could help rip apart those Jaegers. Maybe not. After all, Jaegers, I suppose, a pair of Falconets would be all he needs to deal with against the Jaegers. They're a bit stacked up. They're here in small enough numbers. So we got 2 Falconets here. It's always a reasonable goal for Falconets to engage your opponent's Falconets. And we now got a massive number of skirmishers pull up with the French. Orange Explorer does eat a lot of lead. And that last little bit was too much for his stomach. Falconets sitting on up. Musketeers offer a little bit more health. Falconets do offer 100 times 3 against infantry, so 300 damage. In comparison, Jaegers do have 250 health, so they will get one-shotted by Falconets as well. To get more emphasis on my other point. He has almost nice shipment available. Probably the Falconets would be good. He actually is going for this Team Singali's Rifleman. I was actually thinking about that. I was like, how much more damage would that offer? It would put him a bit of an edge on his units. He has a very good number of infantry units, so that will give him quite a... That'll make his stuff... You do 15% more damage with all of his units. And it may be statistically better than deploying out 2 Falconets, because that roughly gives him another... Let's just round up and say another 10 more units, as opposed to the Falconets plus 10 population cells. Maybe about even? The Falconets are more of a counter unit in this case against the Jaegers. Don't really offer much support against the Helcapeltes, while that would just give him more general fire support. So maybe that Team Singali's Rifleman would be good right now. It'd be still a good idea to go for the Falconets for a follow-up shipment. More skirmishers being pulled in field. Got more Helcapeltes being pulled in out as well. Got a nice little 5 warps there, which is not little. Guess a star would be the best way. Can't believe I forgot how to draw a star. I'm trying to do the motion. I suppose it is diagonal, so it's hard to draw a star when it's diagonal. Town Watch now being researched. And we've got the Prospector Copper Mines, which will give him a bit more coin at home for a moment. You can pull it next to these 2 torps. As well as, you may want to stop collecting from some of these mines here so the torps can continue collecting from it. After all, he only has so much gold on the side of the map, or coin. Mining from there is probably good, barring the lack of angry Frenchmen. You can clearly tell they're a bit angry. They're in red. Falconet does get a good shot there onto the skirmishers. They also got a bit of a wall here. A little bit incomplete to be considered a wall, but nonetheless. Skirmishers get a good volley in skirmishers. We do also have a veteran upgrade. It is the Veteran Hussar and Wilderness Warfare, which give his skirmishers a little bit more hit points, as well as his villagers. Swedish player does have a decent amount of resources in reserve, so he could try deploying out more units and try to break through his opponent, but maybe just trying to age up. The French player has some reserve, but out of coin income. Task these villagers from food to coin. Maybe my math is incorrect. I see 34 villagers there, but I only see 6 and 8, which suggests 24. So he has 10 villagers doing something, but not collecting up resources. Does get a volley there onto the Helicopeltes. Ah, they maybe just migrating the coin deposit. That is a very large number of Hussars, so he wasn't trying to age up, he was just trying to get some more stables out, I believe.
Yeah.
Or got something deleted or cancelled. He's not researched the church improvements. The Frenchman does not have access to church improvements. Got a pair of culverin there. Knowing that his biggest opposition, or one of his bigger threats to his composition right now is artillery. Oh, we do also have some veteran boyars. You know, I don't think I really see boyars ever deployed on Eld. They do have a staggering high attack speed of 1, and they do offer 24 damage, so similar to veteran hussars, right now the veteran boyars. They offer a little bit more bonus damage against artillery, so they rip apart artillery better than hussars. They do offer range resist rather than melee resist. I'm pretty sure heavy cav offers melee resist usually. So, yep. Warriors don't seem half bad, but also they cost no population, so it's always nice to get out a nice little auxiliary force. Maybe, of course, most of these units are slightly more expensive, but they're not bad. More hussars being employed in the field. The amount of cavalry he's fighting against, a round of pikemen wouldn't be half bad. Okay, some of his musketeers getting distracted. He does not get a volley onto the falconets, taking a lot of free hits there. Here comes the boyars. Culverin's here. Red's gonna be sitting up here, fires away. Boyars are hitting some villagers. This actually may not be important right now because he may lose his fight. The falconets are still alive. Culverins having trouble counter barraging. One falconet does go down. Musketeers and skirmishers sort of get overwhelmed. Hussars are pretty large, so they have trouble connecting in melee. There's some. It looks like almost all the musketeers are down, just leaving just skirmishers. There's some right here. Yeah, there's 4 musketeers remaining. Skirmishers getting annihilated. Boyars push way forward, being ripped apart by the Helicopeltes, and Hussars just ripping apart these falconets. And it looks like Red is just going to get overran. I think there was just poor mismanagement of the army there, where musketeers start throwing torches as Boyars were hitting villagers, and the Warriors just got a massive conclave there, which allowed the falconets to get extra AoE damage. French players trying to pull out some dragoons. He just had no proper counter to those hussars. I think a handful of pikemen would have been very important there. But either way, this is Grade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.